Welcome to the Honolulu Cheese Podcast, the pretty much #1 NFC North podcast. I'm your host, Matt. Joining me as always, my co-host, Ryan. Miran could not make this episode. He has some big life events that he is celebrating. So if you know, you know. Congrats, Kathy and Miran. Hope everyone is doing healthy, even though before the show, Ryan and I talked about we weren't going to say this. But
yeah, I'm surprised by what Matt's saying right now.
Hopefully the word is out because I just kind of spitballed that out of nowhere. Ryan, how are you, buddy?
Well, first of all, congrats to them again. I love them both dearly. I, on the other hand, am not doing good besides that big news.
I've never met Kathy, but I do love her. Miran, I do not like at all. But, you know,
I can second that right now. Can I just say my brothers text me like every, I don't know, 3 hours since the Lions-Packers game ended saying, hi, hello, how are you? Just being an asshole. So
just a nice happy Thanksgiving for you.
Yeah, that's not what it was, but it's more just him being a jerk. But
yeah, but Ryan, we due to those big changes for Miran, we weren't really sure when he was going to be able to record next. Figured he might need some time with the fam to get settled. So you and I figured we would jump on, do a little recap of Thanksgiving and Black Friday, and you know, who knows, maybe we'll jump on again next week. We'll see where it goes. But thought this would be fun. And
this is the first episode, just the two of us, right?
I believe that is.
Just the two of us. I've been waiting for this moment for so long.
Oh, man. This is like the meeting of Smith and Wesson.
I don't know who either of those people are, so let's just move on.
That's, we'll talk about it after the show. That's a Seinfeld line, but I can't place exactly the episode.
I must have forgot. All right.
But yeah, Ryan, let's get into it. People love misery, so I'm gonna make the executive decision that we are gonna start with Thursday.
Yeah.
The Lions lose to the Packers for the second time this season, for I believe the third time in a row on Thanksgiving. How are you feeling?
I think you're seeing me at my lowest point. And you know, the crazy part is, I was thinking about this earlier. We started this podcast before your time in the midst of the Lions' first playoff run. It was like that wild card weekend. And man, I was living the dream. Like, Lions just about won their first playoff game at that point. And then their second.
That was before Lions Rams 2023. I don't remember exactly when you guys started.
Yeah. We started like NFL wildcard weekend, like the year we beat the Rams, and then we beat the Bucks, and then we lost to the Niners.
Okay.
And so it was like a hot start for us right off the gate. And since then, man, it's just all been downhill. Like, there was 15-2 sandwiched in there, but
15-2 is a pretty good season, I'd say, right?
It was really good up until the end.
Not as good as 9-3, but well, maybe it is.
Debatable.
I'm not a math guy. I don't know.
Yeah, me neither. But man, I've been trying. I mean, you're here every week. I've been trying to defend the Lions all year, and there's been highs and lows for sure. It hasn't all been terrible, and I know right now, for me and for everyone else, it feels like, and I'm just going to speak for the fan base. It feels like we're done. And I know we're not all doom and gloomers out here. Like, I know there's people still, oh, we can win the North. Oh, we can make the playoffs, blah, blah. I'm struggling with it, man. Like, we'll get into the game specifics and everything. I just want to kind of give how I'm feeling real quick, because I just got to get this off my chest. Like, I'm not feeling good about the direction of my team right now. And I see the wheels falling off one by one by one. And I've been trying to act like, not acting, like I've been genuine in it, but like, this is the first time this season where I've actually felt like, damn, we might miss it. And not only that, we might have missed our shot entirely.
A lot of times it's easier to ignore the cracks in the armor, like when the call's not coming from inside the house, as they say. So I feel like for both of us, like, the Packers provide I don't know, just a level of, like, they're like the bully, and it's when you lose to the bully, you kind of just feel like you're punched down back where you started. I could very well be there next week. But
You
yes,
know,
there's
more than the bully, you know what I think of the Packers as like the rich, popular kid that you just want to smack in the face. You know what I mean? They're just like
yeah.
the silver spoon franchise, you know, that
Nobody from Wisconsin's ever been popular, to be fair.
unless they're in Wisconsin with other Wisconsinites. But yeah, man, I don't know. Like they're definitely an easy team to hate, and they're a lot easier to hate after a game like that. Because man, Matt LaFleur's comments after the game, that was the most punchable face I've
What did he
seen in
say?
a
I didn't
really
even
long
see.
time. You know, because the whole timeout debacle with the false
Oh,
start
I
and
mean,
getting the timeout off.
that was bullshit for sure.
That was bullshit. That was egregious. That was unreal. And anyone not a Packers fan knows it. And a reporter just asked him after the game, like, "Did you call a timeout?" And he's like, "Yeah, of course I did." And he's got like that smug smile on his face. I'm like, "Ooh, you bastards!" Like just to rub it in your face, you know?
Son of a bitch.
Yeah. Um, but yeah, man, honestly, this isn't a good feeling. That like our season kind of hinged on this game. And our like our repeat of NFC North champs hinged on this game and we blew it. And we're sitting here after, you know, trying to pick ourselves up and dust ourselves off, but it's it's not even just a crack in the armor, man. It's like a crack in your foundation. Like it's kind of been rocked. I'm going to be honest.
Yeah. What are we thinking, like, big picture? Is it the departure of Ben Johnson? Is it the defense not being as good as we thought when they were all healthy, or a majority of them were healthy compared to last year? Is it, losing Aaron Glenn? Is it losing, offensive line pieces? Is it a little bit of everything? If you had to, like, where did the train start to go off the tracks? Because I remember asking you right
Yeah.
before the season started, my exact verbiage was, do you think it's possible that we've already seen the best version of this Lions team? And you hesitated, and you ultimately ended up landing on no. But in the back of your mind, I think you were like, I never really thought about that, but I guess it's not impossible.
Well, and I think that since our playoff run where we lost to the Niners and just missed out on the Super Bowl, I think that these cracks that we're talking about have become more evident. And I think you're like everything you just named, I think it's a culmination of all those things. Like I don't think it's just one thing that's causing us to lose these games. But I mean, if we're playing the blame game, Brad Holmes is at the top of my list right now. And you guys
Okay.
know, like Brad's my guy. Trust in Brad, like it should be tattooed on my forehead at this point. But I
I don't know how
can't.
they'd feel about that at the school, but sure.
They wouldn't like it, but it would make up for the ball jokes at least.
That's true.
But I don't know, man. It hurts me to see every NFC team that's doing well right now pass us up. You guys included with the Bears, the Packers are included in that. The Eagles are included in that. The Seahawks are included in that. Like you can just go down the list of teams who have made moves to better themselves. And there's just this arrogance among our front office and our coaching staff of we got it. I'll keep bringing it up. The Dan Campbell quote of we're good, when reporters keep on asking and asking about the lack of pass rush and the lack of player acquisition and the lack of filling in holes. And they're relying on the roster they already have, and it's not enough. And everybody knew it wasn't enough. And here we are. We're all sitting here saying, "See, I told you so." But that's a terrible feeling when you're a football fan because you know it's going to happen and you just can't stop it.
Yeah, you've seen the end of the movie. I mean, in the NFL, the way that you cover up flaws on your roster or, coordinators leaving is you have a quarterback who just plays like a mutant, who's just like a one of the dudes. And as much as we like Jared Goff, I respect Jared Goff a lot.
Yeah.
He's not one of the dudes. He's a dude that when things are going right, he'll pick you apart. When things get a little shaky, you notice it. So it's, that making up of that difference has to come somewhere. it's tough to rely on a guy like Jahmyr Gibbs, as incredible as he is, to carry the load on offense in 2025.
It is. And he's going to have games where he goes Superman and does it for you like the week prior, but it's not sustainable. And our
Right.
whole season has felt unsustainable. And what hurts the most about this player acquisition thing with Brad Holmes is that the big money moves that the Eagles have made with Jalen Phillips, the Packers have made with Micah Parsons, these guys, these individuals have torn us up in our matchups with them this very year.
Micah Parsons played like a man possessed yesterday. He was unbelievable.
And I'm not saying, oh, we should have gone out and got Micah Parsons. Like, nobody saw that coming, right?
Right.
But like, to hinge your whole offseason on Zadarius Smith, like,
I mean, just like to be the Lions and not like make a run at Jadeveon Clowney, just like, you know, some mercenary bodies at pass rusher, you know, just like, okay, this guy, he's not an all pro, he's not Myles Garrett, but like, he'll set the edge. He'll make life easier on Hutch. He'll make life easier on Aleem McNeil.
Yeah.
Just like, you know, having professional ass pass rushers is very underrated.
Yeah.
Coming from a team that only has a couple.
Yeah. And instead, like, Brad Holmes' best quality as a GM is drafting. I think we can all agree on that. He's done extremely well in the draft, but he's also made decisions in these drafts in the mid rounds that are not win now moves. Trading third round picks for Isaac Tesla is in your Super Bowl window in the third round is not a win now move.
Didn't really line up with where the rest of the roster was. Yeah.
No. Drafting project players like Giovanni Manu instead of like depth guys you could have right now for when Taylor Decker misses games or when Penei Sewell rolls his ankle, like, that's not a win now move. And I understand, like, you can't always draft that way and you do want to plan for the future and stay good for a long time, but you have to win something first. Worry about the now. The rest will take care of itself.
It's not out of the realm of possibilities to me that following a couple of just home run drafts, you know, the Gibbs, the Amon-Ra's, the Peneys, like we've gone through all the names a million times, all the guys who have gotten extensions. If you're Brad Holmes, maybe you started feeling yourself a little bit. Yeah. And you were like, you know, little IKB, I know better. Like, oh, I'm seeing this guy. So, you know, you're entitled. But yeah, when you start kind of getting away from your bread and butter and what made you successful, it's hard to maintain, you know, like superiority in the NFC at the top of the league. So it's just tough.
Yeah. And that's what I mean by the arrogance feeling of it. Like, I don't think Brad Holmes is an arrogant dude. Like, he doesn't go out puffing his chest. But I think you have to question his decision-making regardless of how well he's done. And believe me, dude, if we won a Super Bowl or made the Super Bowl, I wouldn't be sitting here saying anything. I would have the happy to be here attitude that we've been hearing from you lately. Like, hey, look at us. I'm good with whatever, you know?
How about that?
An NFC championship game is not the end goal. And we've gone backwards ever since. So yeah, man, I don't know if it's just the Packers like losing that game that's leading me to feel like all the feelings right now, but this is the first time in 3 years, honestly, where I've been legitimately like not confident in my team. Like, that's the simplest way I can say it.
Yeah, I mean, and you're heading into play. Let's get into the game a little bit first.
Yeah, let's do it. Sorry.
Yeah, no, let's talk about the game a little bit. Like we said, Micah Parsons was an absolute freak. Jordan Love played awesome. We give Jordan Love a lot of shit on the show. Sometimes rightfully so, sometimes not. We give the Packers receivers a lot of shit for dropping balls and doing dumb shit. Dontavian Wicks, he balled. Christian Watson balled. Romeo Doubs played well. Jordan Love made a bunch of throws when he needed to make them. So and he was kept very clean. Very clean.
And look, I'll give Love all the credit in the world. You got 4 touchdowns. You were making big-time throws. You beat us, kicked our ass. Good job. But I will say that's a lot easier when we are getting no pressure on you. And
You know what Miran would say if he was here?
What would he say? Tell me.
He'd say, you know who would agree with that?
Thank God he's not. But go ahead.
You know who would agree with that? Jared Goff.
Mm-hmm. And he'd be absolutely right. And look, I love Jared as much as you said earlier, but man, if this year hasn't shown what everybody already knew about him and having time and picking you apart, it's there. It's there. And honestly, this is the first game, the first game I've seen Jordan Love throw off his back foot that much, and it actually works.
I
and
know.
Hutch even made a comment about that
He was
too.
doing some of those too, where I was like,
Yeah.
this doesn't feel necessary.
Yeah, no, it seems like such a cool guy move, honestly. But yeah, I mean, their receivers tore us up, and again, when you're getting no pressure, it makes them look good too, right? Because it's just more time for them to get open and make plays. Our defense was freaking horrendous that day. It was horrendous. It was hard to watch.
And I thought like maybe if you guys like had lost a real close one, you'd be able to. That was like a terrible officiating decision with giving the Packers a free touchdown with their second drive. But like you can't even really put it on that. Like you got outplayed. Maybe that made a small difference in the game, but it wasn't the difference between winning and losing.
No, it wasn't. I was very upset with the refs at halftime for sure. Like I felt like we should have had the lead at halftime if it wasn't for the 2 feet in bounds call, the first one, and then the timeout call, the second one, which Matt LaFleur definitely did not call a timeout in time, and I will never believe that he did.
Yeah,
when the play sheet is over your head, your mouth like this, like there's no way you called a timeout. But whatever.
Seems unlikely.
Yeah. But yeah, the second half, the way our defense just didn't respond at all, couldn't get home. Hutch was rendered absolutely useless for the second time against the Packers this year. Man, it was not good.
Yeah, the Hutch thing against them is weird to me. Like their line has been, Miran's been. It's like the one thing he's been honest about this year is the Packers line play has not been great. I mean, and their defense is good. He loves their defense. Shout out to you, Miran. But yeah, the Packers O-line, I don't know if it's they're getting healthier. They just have the Lions number, but Jordan Love had all day to throw.
Yeah, but I mean, keep in mind, Hutch was not great against the Giants either, like minus that final play of the game on that 4th down sack that he got.
I didn't see as much of that game. So
yeah. I mean, it was kind of the same story up until the Giants' last play, and Hutch got a sack. So I think he's definitely slowing down. I don't know if it's the injury from last year or just the more likely thing to me is that he just has zero help around him when it comes to getting to the quarterback, and he doesn't know what to do.
So I guess, Ryan, where do we go from here? What's the plan? I know you're like discouraged, but like, the Lions still probably have, if we looked it up on, the simulator, my guess would be like a 50% chance to make the playoffs. You're obviously not like looking at tankathon or anything.
No.
Where do we go from here?
We're not there yet, and no one's mailing it in. But I'll ask you. I'm reading the next 5 games, and I want you to give me your honest record you think the Lions will finish with. Okay.
Okay.
Cowboys at Lions.
That's such a toss-up.
Here, I'll just name the opponents. Let's not even go one by one. I'll name the opponents, and you just tell me how many wins. Cowboys, Rams, Steelers, Vikings, Bears.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to find more than like 3 in there, right?
I agree.
Those are like could the Lions go into Soldier Field in Week 18 and beat a resting Bears team who's 13-3 at that point? Sure, maybe. I don't know.
How quickly the tides have turned for you, my friend.
Jared Goff can't play outside, but no, I know. I mean, like the Rams look like the best team in the NFC. The Cowboys. I mean, Dak is playing awesome, and if you can't pressure Dak, he can absolutely shred you.
Dude, I'll say it right now, and I hate to say this, it pains me. The Cowboys are playing like a top 4 team in the NFC since the trade deadline.
I know. They've been awesome.
They're beating everybody, and you got to give it to them. Honestly, they made moves, and it's working out.
Ooh, the Lions are actually, I pulled up the playoff simulator. The Lions are down to 32%
Oh
to make the
boy,
playoffs.
this seems familiar. See, this is what I'm used to, man. This is what I
That
had for 30 years of my life.
Bro, that felt so much. That was like, I looked when we were arguing about it in our group chat because the Bears were at like 43 going into this week, and the Packers were at like 85, and the Lions were at like 78. And I was like, yeah, see, I'm right.
Yeah.
I'm not crazy.
No, you're not. You're not. And this is familiar territory for us. But like at the same time, this is like what you have Dan Campbell for, right? Like
Where we at on Dan Campbell? I was seeing some
right.
Lions fans. We missed the playoffs. We should fire Dan Campbell. I mean, I know you're not
That's
there.
crazy. No,
I know you're not there.
No.
But like,
no. Let's not get weird.
John Morton was a bad hire.
Yes.
I think it's fair to say that. Even, if you lose your play calling responsibilities as the offensive coordinator after 10 weeks, calling you a bad hire, I think is fair.
100%.
So yeah, imagine we see a new OC next year. Yeah, I don't know. What do we do, Ryan?
So
how do we get out of it?
Look, Campbell's fourth down decision making has to change.
Bro, that play with a down 10 on 4th and 3, you need a field goal. What are we doing here?
And that, like, this is where I'm struggling with it, because that play, it was a good play call. It was the right play.
It was.
Goff threw a terrible ball. J-Mo dropped it. Like,
bad pass that should have been caught, honestly.
Yeah. And yeah, I was yelling take the points before the play too. But that's a hard one to point out and be like, yeah, see, like we should have taken the points. Like, but that's the stuff that happens, right? Like that's what happened in the 49ers game with those drops. And we see it all the time, and you live and die by it. There's been games that we won because of those decisions as well. But it can't be every single fucking time. It cannot.
You gotta like
no
feel
doubt
some.
We're going for it every time.
I know. You gotta play off vibes a little bit. Like it just felt the way the game was going yesterday. Like kick a field goal, reset. You're down a touchdown. Let your D chill for like and it just felt like I don't know. The vibes were just weird. Like let's just all right. We're down a touchdown. Like that's fine. 10, 11 minutes left. Whatever.
Yeah. It's almost like Campbell goes into every quarter, gets an 8-ball for himself, and then just like rips it. He's like, yeah, let's go. Like it can't.
Don't do drugs.
Can't be that way, bro.
Yeah, no, it's that's my thing about, we're talking a couple weeks ago about Dan Campbell, the play caller, and Dan Campbell, the aggressive coach, and Dan Campbell, like,
yeah,
that guy like needs to be on 12 espressos. He's like he's just trying to do this, and he's talking to the defense, and he's running over here, and he's just, it's...
and here's a point I'll retreat on that you and Miran mentioned when he took over the play calling, in that play calling and head coaching might be a little too much. And I'm starting to kind of agree with that, because his aggressiveness since that happened has gone down the tube. And the Washington game, like Washington's such a beat up bad team this year. Like it just, it was nice. It felt great. Doesn't mean anything right now. I'm sorry.
No, no, definitely not. Yeah. It's,
I just need him to chill, man. I love the guy. I really do. But like, if this year is teaching us nothing else, it's teaching us one thing, that the way we do things, the way we used to do things, is not good enough anymore. And when that happens, you have to adjust. You have to adapt.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of the league has adopted the Dan Campbell mentality and the aggressiveness on 4th down. But yeah, it's like, you can't just, no matter what, like, all right, let's just rip it. Let's just rip it. Let's just rip it. Like you gotta
have situational awareness, man.
Exactly.
And you don't have the offense that you did in past years. Your line is half as good as it was last year, and that's being generous. It really is. You don't have a top 5 offensive line anymore.
We'd be remiss not to mention, for all those saying Frank Ragnow's not coming through that door. It turns out Frank Ragnow is coming through that door. Yeah, that's exciting. Too little, too late, maybe. If he didn't wait till the end of deer hunting season, Frank.
when that news dropped, that was Wednesday, I believe, right?
I don't know. All the days are just
I
jumbled in
think
my
it was the day
head.
before Thanksgiving. When that news dropped, I was like a kid in a candy store, man.
You were
I couldn't have been
thankful.
happier. Yeah. Yeah, thank you. I was very thankful for it. And I don't know, man. It does feel like too little too late. And honestly, against Green Bay, this is why I wish Miran was here, because we kind of exposed their defense a little bit. Like for a large majority of their game, or of that game, Green Bay's defense didn't look anything close to what Miran thinks it is.
Outside of Micah Parsons, like their defense was very underwhelming.
Yeah, it's nothing special. Like JMO was tearing them up. I don't know, man. Like
JMO on those
Tom
crossing
Kennedy
routes is just nails.
Yeah. Yeah. We didn't even talk about the Amon-Ra injury. You know, one injury we haven't talked about too, that's been quite impactful on our defense is Kirby Joseph.
What's up with Kirby Joseph? What's his injury?
Well, so first of all, Kirby should have been on IR a long time ago when this first happened. And I feel like without him, Brian Branch has just been not as good. And I think Brian Branch is a good player on his own, but he's had such bad plays these past few weeks. It's a knee injury for Kirby Joseph.
He feels like Brian Branch without Kirby Joseph, from the little bit that I've seen, just feels like he has like no restrictor played on. Like he's always just, I'm always like, why is he over there? What's he doing? And he still like is making some plays, but sometimes I'm just like, what's he doing over there?
Yeah. And I mean that Dontavian Wicks touchdown, the really controversial one this past game, Branch just stopped. Inexplicably. Like he was guarding Wicks one-on-one. He was with him step by step. Step by step. And he just
banger of a show.
Yeah. When the ball was in the air, he just stopped. I don't know.
Probably because Wicks was already out of bounds when the ball was in the air. No, that one I was surprised that held up, but I mean it was close for sure.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I think that Kirby's we're seeing a lot more big plays through the air, and I don't think it's a coincidence because that's like Kirby's specialty, and that's when he would get most of his interceptions. I think Jordan Love had like 5 passes over 20 yards completed or something.
He was firing.
Yeah, for that team.
He was firing for sure.
Yeah. So, man, you're seeing me at my lowest, man. I don't know what to tell you. This is rough. This sucks.
Well, I am not at my lowest.
Is this a segue for you? Let's go.
I am having a fantastic Friday. The Bears beat the absolute shit out of the Eagles.
They did.
The final score was 24-15. It wasn't that close, honestly. The Bears ran for 285 yards. Monungai and DeAndre Swift both had over $120.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really know how we decided that was going to be the game plan, but apparently Ben Johnson identified something in the Eagles defense where he was like, we are just going to pound it, because we did drop back. It was tough and their pass rush was good and Caleb was under pressure. And I kept seeing Jalen Phillips just run around Darnell Wright, and Jalen Carter was in the backfield a ton. But when we were running the ball, our O-line was opening up holes. It was 6 yards, 8 yards, 12 yards, 9, just pounding it. It was just beautiful to watch as a football fan. It was a thing of beauty.
So you remember when I was naming teams, like leapfrogging us with the moves they're making and things like that?
Yeah.
You guys took our head coach and you took our biggest strength and made it yours with the offensive line.
Yeah.
Like, look at DeAndre Swift this year compared to years past. It's insane.
It is. And the thing is, dude, the Bears offense. So Caleb missed some throws today. We had a couple of plays that should have been made that receivers didn't make. Guys on the Bears are so open 85% of the time. we have a game coming, and I don't know when it's going to be, and maybe it never comes, right? Maybe it all never falls in line, but the games that Caleb is really accurate and really on time, the receivers kind of let him down a little bit. The days that the receivers play well, Caleb maybe sprays a couple throws. He had a bunch of balls batted down at the line today. When it all clicks, brother, people are going to be in trouble. If the O-line is healthy and the running game looks like this, the defense is still, I don't honestly know what the Eagles were doing offensively. We had no answer for
Nobody
A.J.
does.
Brown. He was, every time they threw it to him, it was a completion. It didn't matter. It didn't matter if he was short. It didn't matter if he was long. Saquon looked great. They just went away from him for like a quarter and a half. He just didn't touch the ball. So I have no idea what they were doing on offense. They, even with how the Bears offense played, should have been in the game. It should have been closer. But I don't know. The Eagles offense, people have been saying it for a while. Something's up with it. It's not the Eagles offense like that we saw through the playoffs and into the Super Bowl last year.
No.
But it doesn't matter. The Bears defense continued to take the ball away. We took the ball away in a tush push. I don't know if you saw that play.
Tell me about the shutdown of the tush push, because you guys cracked the code. And was it Dennis Allen who said we have a plan for it heading into the game? Yeah.
So Jalen Hurts goes into the line. Everybody's pushing. Nashawn Wright, the dude who's been making all the picks for us, gets through. And instead of trying to tackle Jalen Hurts, he just rips the ball out and goes down. So Jalen Hurts is up, he's pushing, and he just is like, what the fuck? Loses the ball. So, yeah, the Bears didn't need to ban the tush push. We just stopped it. God, I can't believe the Bears won. Oh, my God. What a time to be alive.
Heading into the game, though, what was your confidence level in the Bears pulling it off? Give me an honest number.
Bro, I was so split down the middle, like literally 50-50. Half of me was like, the Bears could win this game, like 23-21. And the other half was like, the Bears might lose 51-14. Like, I was so split between, can we steal a close one? And the other part of me, just like PTSD as a Bears fan, was like, don't talk yourself into it. Don't say out loud. Even though going in, I kind of had a feeling we could play with them. I don't want to go so far as to say I thought we were going to win, but I was like, don't even say it out loud. I'm not even going to tell my wife. I'm not even going to say it to people. People are like, what do you think, Bears Eagles? I'm like, yeah, should be a good one. Black Friday. We'll see. You never know. Like, but I was just like, because the scenario of me getting my hopes up and like a little cocky for the Bears to just get absolutely thrashed. Like, I was like, I can't be a part of this.
But you just put into words why your take exists of if you guys blow it and miss the playoffs, that you'd be fine, because all you've done is you had the trauma from years past just mentally shape you to the point where you won't allow yourself to get hurt.
That's right. Exactly.
You are just kind of bracing for impact, and it's week 13 that we're in.
I know. And yeah, I don't.
So I remember the year we actually made the playoffs and started turning it around, and we have our post-game speeches and stuff. Aaron Glenn would always say, we're learning how to expect to win games, right? So it's not just like, hey, we won, that's awesome. And I think this is what's happening to the Bears right now. I think the Bears headed into today and said, we're winning this fucking game.
That's what it looked like, man. They looked like they went in with absolutely no reservations. Earlier in the game, I saw Greg Olsen tweeting about this. So the Bears won the coin toss and chose to receive, which I thought was super weird, but I was like, whatever. And then I saw Greg Olsen tweeting about how the Eagles were going into the wind in the fourth quarter. And he's like, yo, Ben Johnson is playing a different sport than everyone else. Like nobody
out here.
Nobody would have thought about this. He's like, and now I get what he was doing. I can't even. I've loved a lot of men in my life, but let me tell you,
you have
Ben Johnson.
Does he know this?
Ben Johnson is way up at the top of this list for me. Oh my God!
No, but
just an absolute.
And I hate to go back to the Lions so quickly. This is just This is freaking nightmare fuel for me, dude. Like,
Oh, I can't imagine.
Our offensive coordinator leaves. Our offense looks like shit for a majority of the season, and yours is now taking his shirt off and flexing after beating the reigning Super Bowl champs in the locker room after the game. Like, you
That
know how
looks
hard
good.
this is to watch right now? This is
I can
insane.
imagine it's pretty difficult. Yeah, I could see that
Getting swept by the Packers. Like, what do we do? Like,
I know.
what do we do to deserve it?
I know. It's tough.
No, but honestly, I feel like we were sitting here in the offseason before week 1, and I remember saying it's going to take a little bit of time to gel, but I do think that the Bears eventually get it together. I did not think it would happen this quickly. Like, this is around the time where I thought you guys might start winning games, you know, and like end the year strong. But
and
this
to be
run that you
fair,
guys are on is crazy.
not even that you're totally off base. How our schedule fell or is falling is really working in our favor. Had we played the Eagles and the Packers, and we obviously played the Lions like early in the season, I don't think we're ready to win games like that versus teams that are like legitimate contenders. I still think that there's a tier of teams that you would probably put above the Bears, you know, the Rams, probably still the Eagles. We'll find out about the Packers. You know, but playing the backup QB run and the teams that maybe weren't as good earlier in the season as we figured shit out is going to end up like being massive as we, you know, go through this gauntlet down the stretch.
Dude, there was something about the Lions dropping 52 on you guys in week 2 that just turned it all around. It's like Ben Johnson said, no.
Yeah, Ben Johnson's a psychopath. This. And I remember coming on here after week 2 and like everybody I knew was like super discouraged and the Bears are going to have to tear it down and they're going to have to do this. And I was like, you know what? Maybe we just played a team that's better than us coming off of a loss in their home opener. Yeah. Like, are we the Lions? No, they're better than us. Are they that much better than us? I don't really think so. You know, we had a bunch of injuries in that game. Like, we just ran into a juggernaut. And I was like, all right, that's like a nice, like, all right, remember who you are. There's like levels to this, and the Lions are better. But yeah, man, that awoke a fire in the rest of the fellas, I guess, because Ben Johnson must have just lit him up and been like, well, we're not doing this.
Yeah, unacceptable. And all right, 2 out of 3 next games against the Packers. What's going to happen?
God, Bears Packers, dude, is such like a
Bears Packers next week is going to be a movie.
I know. And I'll be honest, the Packers are still the boogeyman, right? Like, we beat them the last time we played. It was awesome. As much fun as I had beating the Eagles and as much respect as I had for the Eagles going in, I would trade that Eagles win for a Packers win 100 times out of 100. Like, totally. The Packers game means more than the Eagles game. And as we sit here today, flip a coin. I have no idea. If Jordan Love and their offense play like they did on Thursday, I think they're going to be tough to beat. If we can, Jesus Christ, if we can run the ball like we've been running the ball, we could beat anybody, dude. It's crazy.
So a lot was made in the Lions game about the Packers and their speed to the sideline when it comes to defending the run. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like the Bears are a much more between the tackles type team when it comes to your run scheme, and that's just pure Ben Johnson right there.
Yeah, we don't have like we don't have a Jahmyr Gibbs. Nobody does.
Correct.
But like DeAndre Swift, you know, they get him out in space a little bit more. But yeah, Manungai is straight up. He's a Monty. He's at 3 yards, 4 yards, 5 yards, and a cloud of dust through the tackles.
Yep. And I mean, the Packers just lost Devontae Wyatt. That's a big hit for them.
For sure.
I don't know, man. I could see the Bears pulling it off. Like, I know the Packers.
I could see the Bears winning for sure. I could see the Packers winning too. Like,
I don't think beating a reeling Lions defense means the Packers offense is figured out. I know everyone's flying high in Green Bay right now, and thank God Miran's not here to like just interrupt me a million times and not even let me finish like my critique of their offense, but I do think that you guys will fare much better just based on where your team's at right now. Like, you guys are playing with juice. And the first thing I said to my buddies in my group chat on Thanksgiving was the Lions just look like they're lost out there. Just not even unmotivated, just playing with no fire, man. Like, no energy. It's just like we're kind of like letting things just come to us, and it's just man. It's I think you guys have a legitimate shot. But you got to aim for the split, right?
Exactly. Split with the Packers, you feel great. Next week we go to Lambeau. What do you think the spread will be? Bears at Packers in Lambeau, flexed into the late afternoon window.
I think Packers are favored by 2.5.
I think it'll be more than that.
No.
I do. Packers at home.
Beating the Eagles made that number a lot smaller.
I still think it'll be like 5.5 if I had to guess. I think so. Bears-Packers rivalry, Packers at home. I think the Packers get a little more love. Maybe like 4.5. Maybe like 3.5, 4.5, something like that.
It just keeps getting lower. Keep going. Maybe like 3.
Yeah, no, I'll settle in. My official guess will be like 4.5. But my initial gut was like 5.5, 6.
I could see it.
But yeah, it doesn't mean it's a division game. Doesn't mean we can't go in there and win. You're gonna have to play good. That's the spot where we could really use everything on offense to click a little bit. Like, you could go into Lambeau and just drop 40 on the Packers defense. Then Miran better call him sick for the next podcast.
Well, honestly, even after the 2 Packers games, I feel like your guys' real test is the Niners. That's week 17. Right after Christmas. That's a night game.
Sunday
night?
Yeah, Sunday night.
At San Fran. If you guys win that game, now we're talking. Like, I'm excited for you, bro. That sounds like a great place to be as a fan.
You think the Niners are better than the Packers?
I think the Niners are having a really good year for a team that's beat up as much as they are. Like, haven't even had their quarterback most of the year. Like, I'm very impressed by the Niners just all the time. I feel like they're just undeniable.
I mean, yeah, they're well coached. They're, Salah's great as a defensive coordinator.
Yep.
But yeah, I don't know, when you're missing your 2 most impactful guys on D, the Packers, hurts, man. I mean, the Packers are the Packers, and they're the boogeyman, but just in a vacuum, I think the Packers are better than the Niners. But, going out to play on the West Coast, primetime game, you never know. And the Bears could freaking throw up a dud against the Browns, like the way Myles Garrett's playing. Who knows?
Yeah, the Browns are no pushover. It's going to be a tough schedule, and you guys got us one more time.
Yeah, exactly. Lions week 18, like, I stand by what I said. You guys are better than us week 2. Talent-wise, roster-wise, you guys are still better than us, even if we're playing better than you right now. So, yeah, it'll be an interesting end to the season for sure.
If you would have told me before week 1 that we would be 2 games behind the Bears right now. Oh, man.
I did think the Lions were taking a step back this year. Just like I didn't think they were winning 15 games. I thought the winner of the North would be, like we talked about it, right? 10, 11 wins, probably something like that in a division that beats each other up. Vikings are obviously worse than we thought.
Yes. Our whole mindset heading into the year as a collective fan base was, we're definitely not winning 15 games. We're going to go 11-6 and compete for the division and try to make the Super Bowl.
Right.
And at this point, 11 games would be phenomenal. I would be ecstatic if that happened. But
right.
I don't know, man. We got to dig deep because questions are starting to be asked. Holes are being put in walls by our head coach. Allegedly. But you never know, man. I don't know. It could happen.
That's right. Gotta believe. All right. Anything else before we get out of here?
No. I hope everyone had a really happy Thanksgiving. Shout out to you and yours. It's my favorite holiday, man. I had
it's number 1 with a bullet. Football. Yesterday we had some good football too. I know it didn't go your way necessarily, but some good football. Some good eats. Oh, you can't beat the Thanksgiving. No presents, spending a little time with your family. Life is good.
And I know everyone was waiting for the joint reaction video with me and Mito after the game. Thank God we weren't in the same room. He was on dad duty, so I dodged that one easily. But yeah, I mean, get ready for him to come back and just give me shit for a whole hour. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to it.
Oh, I
I
know
always
you
love a
are.
good bickering
Yeah,
session.
you never defend me.
Lies. All right. As always, guys, thanks so much. Follow us on the socials at Honolulu Cheese, at Honolulu Cheese Podcast. So, yeah, give us a follow, throw us a like, a subscribe. That stuff all helps. So we really appreciate it. Hope everyone had a happy Thanksgiving. And the best part, you're going to wake up. This is going to be in your ears Saturday morning. You've had 2 days off. You got 2 more days off. How could you not love Thanksgiving?
Lovely. Absolutely.
What a time to be alive. All right.
Love you guys. All right. And as always, may your Kool-Aid stay blue.
I said it for you. I'm not going to say it for Miran. Bear down.
Have a good week.